I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dish Upon a Star, where we talk to some of your favorite movie stars and TV stars from shows and television you're like just getting so obsessed about. Today's guest, you know him as Booker from Raven's Home. You cannot stop listening to his music. He kills it every time. Mr. Issac Ryan Brown.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What it do?
I'm so excited we could do this.
All right, let's do it.
So, first question obviously is, how are you dealing with this new quarantine lifestyle that we're dealing with right now?
I'm just okay, so, obviously, I still have a normal schedule. You wake up, you go to school, you do everything. You go for a walk, but really, apart from all that, it's just so boring. There's nothing to do. You just stay in the house all day, see the same people. Not that I'm trying to see my mom and dad or nothing, but it's every day. No plan. But it's just a matter of everybody staying safe. And if we have to stay inside until all this is over with and taken care of, then I'm perfectly fine with doing it. Even if I'm sleeping all the way to 1 o'clock and then not going to sleep until 7 a.m.
Oh, so does that mean you filmed on your "We're All in This Together" video when you say you wake up at 9?
Yeah.
This was just a little film. It was a little one.
No. I do that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday, I get my turn up on.
Oh, okay. Turn it up. I love that.
I was being completely honest when I said that I do. That's my school schedule. That's my school schedule. But my weekend schedule is turn up.
Okay, definitely. So we're gonna get into season 3 of Raven's Home. They've been airing new episodes that fans are just getting super more excited about. But one of the episodes was about the dangers of vaping. How was it like filming that episode?
It was super dope not super dope, but it was super awesome that we got to learn about the actual dangers of it. They had a bunch of specialists come in and tell us about, what it actually does to you, because there's so much we don't know about it just yet. For example, we don't know the long-term effects. So kids are okay, it's better than smoking because it doesn't do this. But it's just a mystery. But we do know, as far as the short-term effects, that it causes you to lose focus, shortness of breath. There's a lot of it that kids don't know about it, and the fact that we got to learn about it and put our twist on it and explain to kids and our audience about it was really awesome. It was really dope. I liked it.
What advice would you give to other teens who are feeling pressured to do things they just don't want to do?
Definitely. Well, here's the reason. If I ever felt pressured to do something, I'll put myself in those shoes. The reason I would want to do something is so that I wouldn't lose my friends, or they wouldn't call me not cool, or they wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that. It's really concerned about the friend. You're not concerned about you, because you don't want to do it, but you're feeling pressured by somebody else. What I would say to that is, if you gotta let them go, you gotta let them go. Bro, just get rid of them. And you might deal with some kids calling you lame or whatever. And nobody wants to be the snitch. You don't want to tell nobody whatever. But at the end of the day, something like that's dangerous. You gotta tell you, or you gotta just stop point blank. I suggest telling an adult or maybe a principal at your school or their parents. Yeah, you're gonna be a snitch. That's just the reality. But it's gotta happen. You gotta protect yourself.
It's not so much even just about being a snitch, it's that you're trying to protect your friend from themselves.
Right. That's how I would look at it.
Definitely, I love that. So in this season, we had Navia, you, and Sky really exploring your musical talents because you guys created the Shy Elective in the show. And how much fun was that? Also, not just doing from rehearsing for Raven's Home, you also had to rehearse the dances, rehearse the songs, record the music as well.
It was actually super duper fun. And because I'm an artist myself with music out and stuff like that, it was at the time, I think I'd only released once. We started doing that before I even released my music. So as an artist, it was fun getting that practice in the studio and preparing for my own work. And it was just super awesome, getting trained as sort of someone in a group. They really did it, as far as formation goes, and being in order order. They taught us our spacing and stuff like that. So in case I ever am in a group, or even when I'm on stage by myself and I'm with dancers, it's always good to know where you're standing, how to catch your light, certain looks to give to the camera. It's stuff like that that's good to just have in the back of your mind. So it was super fun and a lot of experience.
So this season, Booker is growing up. He is experiencing, because you're as a young man yourself, but Booker takes it to a different level as he
Booker takes
does,
everything to another level. Jeez.
as he does. But also being a young man, what are like transitioning from being, considered a young boy to a young man, and then obviously a man. How would you make that transition for other young boys who are watching Booker as a role model? Because obviously it took him a second to realize the lesson he needs to learn about what being a man of the house means.
Right. Well, what you definitely don't want to do is walk up to your mom and tell her I'm the man of the house and that I make the rules. That's what you don't want to do. Anybody watching, make sure you don't definitely do that. Um, but for sure, if you're trying to make that transition from a young man or even a child to a young man to a girl man, what I would do is try to stay as young as possible for as long as you can. And I mean, obviously, as you get older, you're gonna have to take on more responsibilities. Like that's just a fact. Like the older you get, the more that you're probably gonna have to do around the house. But I would just say try to stay as young as possible because when you are an adult, from what I've been told, you won't want to be one. My sister is 18 and she is not loving it. So what I would say is to try to stay as young as possible for as long as you can because these are the times that we're gonna miss. Probably. So I would say.
So, but
It's not what people want to hear, but it's what I got to say.
I mean, those are true facts, though. I have nothing against that because those are true. If I knew what it was like to be an adult, I would stay as young as I possibly could when I was younger. So there's that. Your character has grown so much since season one. What would you say, or how would you say Booker has grown the most now in season three? Hey guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're just going to jump right back into this. Now, Isaac, Booker has grown a lot since the first season, since we first met him. What would you say has been his biggest growth now going into like that we've seen so far in season three?
I want to say the biggest growth is I want to say his maturity level. He's definitely more, not to say he doesn't have his moments, because he still has that arrogance. He hasn't changed too much, but like really as far like as how he uses his visions to sort of help out his family a little bit more. His responsibility around the house has increased, and we're filming season 4 right now. He gets really um I want to say very supportive and very helpful around the house and to his family. So I want to say he's a little less about himself and a little more about everyone else around him. That's how he's grown the most, because he was selfish, like super narcissistic, and that's coming from me.
I think the greatest thing about Booker, I mean, like besides being a twin with Navia's character Nia, is the fact that he is, like you're saying, his maturity level has grown. He is really also trying to show that he is his own person outside of being a twin. Because when you're twins, sometimes people like to lump you together.
Yeah, and but at this point they're so like distinctive. Like it's just automatic. Like Booker and Nia, you don't expect anything from any one of them, and that's what I think our show has done really well with the relationship between the two. I think that's all.
Booker has also started feeling for the opposite sex. We had Danny's character and Booker
That
messed
was
up
such
a
an odd
little
way to put
bit.
he had a crush. Like you said, to feeling for the
What
opposite
was
sex
crush?
for gay, or he had a crush on a girl
He
and
has a
got
crush on a
shot down.
girl. I mean, technically, it wasn't shot down so much. You got pushed into the friend zone.
He got shot down. He got shot down. He went, but we're more than friends though, right? I don't think we need to be more than friends.
I mean,
Shot down.
technically, you could have been more than friends. You just ruined it by doing what you did.
Yeah, I suppose that too. But that scene was so awkward to film. Because it
Why?
was like, I felt like she was talking to me. Like she did a really good job in that scene. Like I felt so bad for like not for me, but like for Booker. I was like, oh no, because like the whole episode, like, and they had been building this sort of arc for a while. Like Danny had been in,
Yeah.
I want to say, a good 3 or 4 episodes. We had that episode where I was dancing off against that kid. And then another episode where an episode where I was dancing when we had a dance off.
Yeah,
Another
the
episode.
silent disco.
Yeah, the episode where not just Sound Disco, there was another episode where I had a dance off. Has that
Yeah,
not
with
come
the
out?
Mar. Yeah, it was the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ballet. It was
Yeah,
about it
so
was a
that
ballet
one, the
one,
silent
which I
disco,
loved. I didn't know you could ballet.
me neither. Until that episode. It was fantastic. And then after that we had that final episode where they were like, okay, we're gonna leave them as friends. And so yeah, they had booked it up, anticipation was high, and then boom, we got shot down. So yeah, she did a great job with that. Shout out.
Well, speaking of season 4, because you guys have been filming it, what can you share with fans that they can expect for season 4 without getting in trouble?
Um, I can't say anything about that.
I tried because I've seen some episodes, so I kind of know, but either way, I can't say nothing either. So,
Is it not out yet? We can't say anything about it.
I know you still in season 3, sir. Your new episode tonight is about the whole
Yeah.
couch money, so we can't.
Okay.
Neither one of us can say anything.
Okay, if anything, okay, so aside from what we're talking about, what you can expect, you can definitely expect to see our chemistry at an all-time high as far as like reacting to each other's jokes. And I've said this a lot recently because it's really awesome. Our entire cast is just so in tune at this point. Like we all know each other's comedy, and we're all just like, and as soon as like we got back, it was like we didn't miss anything. Like the gap between season 3 and season 4 was our longest. Like, I think it was like what, 5 or 6 months or something to that point, and we had never taken a break for that long. When we came back, it was like we were all like ready to work, like we missed each other. And so we came back, and it was just a really great vibe. So you can definitely expect to see all of us at an all-time high as a cast, I think.
What I'm interested in is, because it hasn't really been said for season 3 yet, there is seem to be something between your mom's Raven and Jaleel White's character, Chris Springlake. And it has not necessarily been said of how Booker feels about this new man in his mom's life. So how does Booker feel?
Um, I don't know how much I can say about this, but from season 3 Booker's perspective, it's definitely a little weird. But I mean, who wouldn't? Like, think about like your dad being thousands of miles away, and then this random man is just like there, like, oh, I like your mom. Like, it's just a little weird. Like, back up, bro. Just that feeling of like, okay, we're not like okay. It's a little bit of a vibe, but yeah, I definitely don't think he's gonna be buddy buddy with him anytime soon.
Even though you're working in his shop?
Even though we're working in the shop.
I just have to throw that out there, just just for effect.
Yeah.
So you also did the live action version of Kim Possible as Wade. Now, what was it like meeting Taj Mari and then also just being a part of such a fan favorite show brought to life?
I didn't know I was gonna meet him that night. It was so crazy. Like I had seen pictures of him because I had to listen to his voice obviously to get prepared for the role and stuff. And I did not think he was gonna be there that night. And we actually on accident dressed almost exactly like. It was hilarious. It was completely unplanned. It was on accident. But he walked on the red carpet and he was like, "Yo, are you Isaac?" I was like, "Are you Taj?" He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, bro, let's go." And we took a picture. And he was just super cool. And he was like, "Thank you for all your work." He was like, "You brought this character back." And it was just a really dope moment. I didn't know anybody from the original Kim Possible was gonna be there. But yeah, it was really awesome. Actually, the woman who played Kim Possible in the original was actually in the movie. I don't know if y'all caught that cameo, but yeah.
Yeah, Miss Poppy in her amazing blue jacket. I
Yes.
want that jacket so badly. That jacket was fierce.
Yeah, it is
Like it was
definitely.
awesome. Now, you and Shawn actually took the Naked Mole rap and made a remix. Well, how
Yes,
much
that's
fun
right.
was
So make it
that?
more rap. Hold on, wait. Kiss it to the naked more rap. Yeah. Oh my god. That was so awesome because I remember when I had went to film my part in the music video, Shawn had been there for like 5 hours already. And he was
Wow.
just like, and he was so energetic. I was like, bro, haven't you been here for like 5 hours? He was like, yeah, man, but I'm having like it's hilarious. And he's so genuine too. He's such an awesome person, trying to be funny, but it's more so just him being him, and it's hilarious. And I just love his vibe. He's amazing.
Yeah, Shawn has like the best spirit because there's just nothing fake about him. He is who he is, and he loves people. He loves meeting people. That's just who he
Yes.
is. It is a whole mood and a vibe.
And I remember, and we did a meet and greet. This was one of the most hectic days of my life. So it was Disney Fan Fest of
Mhm.
2018, 2019. I can't remember. But that year I was in Raven's Home, Puppy Dog Pals, and Kim Possible. So I had like 3 different type like I had to do the same stuff 3 times over, basically. That made sense. So I did a 2-hour meet and greet for Raven's Home, a 2-hour meet and greet for Kim Possible, then I did like a 30-minute meet and greet for Puppy Dog Pals and stuff. Whatever the case was. And I remember when I did the second one with Kim Possible with Shawn. He was like, "Yo, man, I'm so happy to be here. This is so exciting." And he just kept on and kept on. I was like, "Dude, how are you not tired?" And he was like, "Cause I just love doing this." And he's just an awesome person. And I was really lucky to work with him.
That's awesome. So you speaking of Puppy Dog Pass, you've also joined a new animation as Gus in the Owl House. And
Yeah.
how was that? Like going back to voiceover?
It was really awesome. And I've actually I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Disney studio where we filmed Owl House is actually the same animation studio they filmed Frozen 2, The Incredibles 2, and literally any major Disney Pixar film they filmed in that place. And so they were like, well, not filmed, I guess recorded. But he told me and the sound mixer guy. I was like, and it was just so dope because there's so much history behind that studio, along with making such a unique and brand new show. It was just incredible. And the show is so unorthodox too. Like our comedy in that show is like so like you're like is this borderline Fox? Like it's actually super awesome, and I love it because I've never done anything like it.
Yeah, because your character is like loves human things. He is the
Yes.
president. Well, he was the president, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I'm upset about that episode. I was like, technically, we wouldn't have got caught if it wasn't for him. So why are you rewarding him?
That's what I'm
That
trying to
was
figure
me.
out. No, but Gus is so like he's another genuine character. Like he's just genuinely so fun. And like as the season goes on, you'll see like he's there for Luce no matter what. And it's a really good relationship that they have. Even the three of them, Willow, Gus, and like Luce, are like a dream team.
They're awesome. Speaking of just being awesome, you did a Christmas special with the cast of Raven's Home, the cast of Bunk, and Kylie. Now, what I'm interested in is if you would ever like to, do a little crossover with Bunk in an episode where Nia, Booker, Levi, and Tess end up, first accidentally at Camp Kikiwaka. Would you be down for that?
Yeah, I'd so be down for that. If it ever happens, if it ever is in the works, I'd so be down. I think it'd be a really awesome idea if it ever happens.
Now you also tested out your hosting skills on Just Roll With It Live. Now this is
Yes.
something I need to know from you. I really need to know. Did you know they were going to do that to Toby's, who plays Byron's car, before or
Yes.
after?
I knew they were gonna. So okay,
Even though it wasn't his car, but still.
so the cast of Just Roll With It, and my very close friend Ramon Reed, we got super close once we did that because like we started talking back and forth, and we just became really close after that. But I looked at his script, like I was like, hey man, let me see your script, and he had like a 36-page script. I was like, where's the rest of it? He was like, yeah, this is the script. They gave me like a 90-something page script. And basically the thing would just roll with it. For the 3 times the bell buzzes, they have to write out 3 different scenarios. So that's 9 different like altercations for the entire show. And so whatever, I mean, of course they're gonna like what kid isn't gonna pick the gigantic mech monster? So that was automatically, one of them. But it's like it's so crazy how they pull that show off. And I remember when I was rehearsing for it and they were prepping the dinosaur. It was like the day before we went live. They're like, okay, Isaac, rush out the set. Rush the set. I was like, okay. And we're running and I'm like, whoa, it's a dinosaur. Okay. And then it breathes fire. We're like, okay, Isaac, say your lines. And when it happened live, what kept happening was we kept going over. Like Toby's reaction was so genuine and he was so shocked. Like it took so long that we couldn't really get all the questions out. So they whispered in my ear, Isaac, turn it off. Okay, it's not worth your cry. We got to go to commercial. And it happened again with Kylie's musical performance. Like they went over like 2 minutes or something like that. Okay, Isaac, we go straight to commercial. And I was supposed to interview her. And she didn't know that they had cut it. So she just stood there awkwardly. And I was like, thank you, Kylie, for this. You can step off to the side here. We're going to cut to commercial. Like she did. She was like my interview. And I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, that was super awesome. And it was really great for me to try something like completely live just to, test it. Because we get so comfortable and like complacent and doing the same thing, we do our thing in front of the cameras, we get 3 takes. If you mess up, oh, it's okay, do it again. But like with that, there is no mess ups, there is no do-overs. You do it once and you get it right or you're done. So it was super awesome.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I just felt so bad for Toby.
Oh,
I just because like I felt his pain, and I was just like, oh, like I'm laughing, and I'm just like, that is like so wrong to laugh, but it's still funny.
but imagine going to his insurance company. Like imagine Toby like, hey, so a giant robot tiger breathing fire ate my car. I'm gonna need like, I don't know, $50,000 to get it repaired or get a new one. We're like, bro, what? Like
Like,
there's
and then
no
you have to
way.
say, I actually have proof. Like I have a whole video.
Right. The sad part is he'll have proof. And I'm like, okay, I guess we'll give him a 50. Like it's so crazy. But I knew they weren't gonna destroy his real car. That would have been ridiculous. All his stuff in there. Like, and I remember him like when he was talking about he was like, have stuff in there, all my stuff. He's like, I can't get that stuff back. And I was like, no, it's not a real car. Chill out. It was fun.
Now, one of my favorite segments that you and Jason do is the Do It Duo.
Oh, I love those.
It was my favorite. Seriously, is the moms. Was the mom segment. I need to ask, like how long did that actually take to film? Because even though, like Jason says, it was like 45 minutes, how long did it really take to film that with all those different kids?
45 minutes.
Really?
That's all we had with the kids. The kids we're working with like toddlers, like actual 2 and 3-year-old babies, so they couldn't be on set for very long. I think their legal limit was like an hour and a half or something like that. All we had was all the time we had, and we had they brought a baby in late, like a few extra minutes with one baby, I think, and we got like a couple extra minutes with that baby. He sort of provided, or she sort of gave us what we needed for the rest of the stuff. But yeah, and between trying to get the babies to quiet down, we did not have a lot of film time. It was a lot. It was a big push.
And did you find out how hard it is to be a mom?
I love kids. I love babies. So I didn't find it that hard. Jason was extremely annoyed, however. He's like, these kids are not professional. He's like, do they know they're getting paid? I was like, Jason, like, bro. And then I remember one time he kept like, I don't know what he was doing to his baby, but every time I would go near her, she would start laughing. Every time Jason would go, he would make some face and she would start crying immediately. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing to the baby? He's like, I'm just trying to stutter. I was like, bro, don't do that.
That is the best story ever. Now, if you could do another profession that you guys haven't tried yet, what would you like to do?
I'm not sure if like all the season 2 duos came out yet, like the ones we did with Trae Young and all those. But if we could try another profession, me and Jason were talking about it. We would either want to try to be shoemakers, like make like our own shoes, like go to like Nike or somewhere and like make our own shoes, or try to be astronauts. Because we actually go to those places and we get to try those stuff out. So you want to like go to NASA and like try the 0G thing?
That'd be fun. I'm down for that.
I'm so down for that. I want to throw up in a zero gravity machine. Because what happens? It just floats. Nothing happens.
I love that. And you also were featured in your sister's new music video that she remade of Alicia Keys' Underdog that you guys shot in your hometown. How was that? Because it looked amazing, by the way.
It was super cool, and I'm super happy we got to do something like that. And the song just represents so much. And my mom and sister, I remember they had been playing it so much, and my mom was just like, okay, now we gotta film a video to it. So they got me to do it. We went to the bus stop. It was so dangerous because COVID out, so we had to have our gloves on at the gas station. And we couldn't show my hands because I had my hands tucked in my pocket. If you look, because I had my gloves on, I didn't want to touch nothing. But it was super awesome. It was a super fun experience, and I got to drive a car. Like
in the parking lot.
Yeah, but
like this was the Kings again. Cool.
Do not take that away from me. It was in a parking lot, but it was still my time to shine. Okay.
No, that's I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that fact. Like, just learning is awesome. Like, at least you know what to do. You have a couple more years before you get the permit and you take the classes. So I'm not saying
I got 1 year left. I'm turning 15.
Oh wait, well you are, because you're Cancer, right?
Yep, 15 July 12th. So next year I'll be 16. I can get my driver's.
Well, I will be behind you when you drive. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'll get my license. I can get my driver's permit this year, actually.
You can get your driver's permit this year, and then you have to have it for 9 months. And then by the time you're 16, you can actually get your license. Yes.
I bet.
Have you been working on any new music during this quarantine?
I definitely want to try to release some stuff. I wanna more so kind of focus on some of my new stuff. Put some of that stuff out there. But I definitely have some stuff, like some pre-filmed videos and a bunch of stuff. But don't worry, everybody, we still got some stuff coming for you on the way. I'm actually putting a lot of effort and a lot of thought into this next music video as far as what we're gonna do. I'm trying to make some really cool costumes, a lot of awesome visuals to flip and try to make an awesome edit for everyone. that's watching. But don't worry, we have some music on the way. But in the meantime, y'all can still check out Win It, my brand new single, if y'all, need a little Issac Ryan Brown.
Which was directed by his TV mom, Miss Raven
Yes.
Symone.
No. When it was not. No. When it wasn't directed.
Wait. I thought
no,
When It was directed.
No. She directed another music video I did called "Without You." That's not out yet. But Raven actually, I remember the day she was in When It, but I remember the day I came into the studio and she was sitting in the studio and I was like, "Yo, what you doing in here?" And she was like, "Yo, I just play it." And she played it and she put her vocals over my vocal. And I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Take it off my song. Take it off my song right now." Everyone was like, "No, Isaac, it sounds good." I said, "No, I don't care." They're like, "Isaac, it's awesome to have her on your song." I said, "Take it off my song. Take it off my song now." I said, "She didn't ask for my permission. She can't come in here and change my songs." And then she changed my lyrics. She wrote and sung over my lyrics. So I was like, because I wrote all my own stuff, and so I wrote it up. And she was like, it just sounded like you can take my stuff off there if you want. I was like, great, I want. It's one of my best days. I was being very proud in the studio. But anyway, we ended up keeping it and it sounded really good.
Okay, so we're gonna do the quick game of rapid fire favorite things. Your favorite music idol.
Usher.
Your favorite fan experience.
One time, someone walked up to me in a golden crowd and asked for a picture. I started freaking out, but it was because of How to Get Away with Murder. Like it wasn't for Raven. It was before I did Raven's, but that's one of them. The golden crowd. First one that popped in my mind.
Your favorite Disney movie.
Let It Shine.
Your favorite Disney movie.
Let It Shine.
Oh, okay, cool. And your favorite Raven's Home guest star.
Oh, what's her name? Oh my God, I'm blanking. I feel so. Debbie Allen. Jesus, I don't know how I forgot that. Debbie Allen. Yeah.
And your favorite Raven's Home character.
Booker.
You never know. You could have said something else.
I relate to him the hardest. There's nobody. Booker's like the most relatable. No, I'm joking.
And before we get out of here, just one more last question. How do you stay grounded in this business? Because I know it's easy to everybody's coming at you with different things, but how do you stay grounded and staying true to who you are?
I can show y'all.
He has a mom and a dad and family and faith. So we're always there.
Yeah, she won't let me get nowhere. I'll be right here in the same place with the same attitude, maybe 15, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. But I feel like we need someone there to tell us, when we're acting too big or doing too much, because that's not a good look to have. You never want to get too big where if someone asks you for a picture, you at least don't try to give them a yes. Like sometimes like if kids ask for a picture and then because one time I had a security guard. It was the only time I ever had a security guard. And a guy, he was big and he was muscular. He was like, Isaac, if anybody walks up to you, tries anything, I'll push him away. I said, you don't have to do that. He said, I will. Okay, cool. And he was walking with me, and some kid asked for a picture. He said, not now, not now, not now. And I'm like, no, it's okay. But if that ever happens, then I apologize to my fans. But I definitely tried my hardest to give people pictures and stuff like that because they're the reason we do what we do, to give people.
And you want to tell people where they can find you on all social media platforms in case they don't already know.
Yes, y'all can find me on Instagram at Issac Ryan Brown, Twitter, Issac Ryan Brown, Facebook, Issac Ryan Brown, TikTok _ Issac Ryan Brown. My clothing line, The Eye Collection, is out. Make sure y'all go follow that on Instagram at The Eye Collection. The online store will be up soon. And that's pretty much it. Go stream with it.
Please do. It is my favorite song. It really is. And you guys can follow me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can also follow the Dish Upon a Star Instagram account at @dishuponastar_. Thank you so much for doing this with me. And guys, tune in tonight for Raven's Home for the new episode.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.